Texas League Baseball is next. And we welcome you to the first Sunday broadcast here in the AA Texas League. We now send it down to Jonathan as he brings us our broadcast here this afternoon. Well, thank you, Bob, and welcome in one and all to this live broadcast on a hot Sunday afternoon. It is the final game of our six-game set between the visiting Northwest Arkansas Naturals and your San Antonio Missions. Missions after today will head on the road IH-37 south to Corpus Christi as they take on the Corpus Christi Hooks Tuesday through Sunday next week. And so far, pretty good in this one. Missions back home on Tuesday, April 23rd to take on the Wichita Wind Surge in a six-game set. That will follow a Tuesday through Sunday series against Wichita on April 23rd through the 28th. And so far, pretty good on that. Missions after that six-game set with Wichita, they'll head up to North Division, Arkansas, to take on the Arkansas Travelers in a six-game set. And then from Arkansas, they head to Statesman's Park to take on the Frisco Rough Riders in a six-game as well. Well, gotta say, it is a nice, hot afternoon as we get set for baseball here today. And gotta say, our last meetup, we are joined in the booth by also our partner, Bob. And Bob, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, John. Well, I gotta say, this is the final meetup of these two ball clubs for the year in 2024. So the Missions, they do not go to Riverboat Field at all this season. And gotta say, San Antonio is going to take on all the other Texas League teams except Northwest Arkansas in this 2024 year. Now, I got to say, Bob, it's getting pretty interesting as we go through this start of the year, and pretty much everything is going really good. Well, a good game last night on a Saturday evening, and got to say the Missions overtook the Northwest Arkansas Naturals as they had the bottom of the eighth, I think, is where they scored in the three-run, a two-run shot, and then a single, as that will pretty much be a 3-0 shutout finish for a Saturday night. Yeah, I gotta say, John, it was a pretty good game last night. But this game today will decide if Northwest Arkansas could get up a second victory. As you look at these South Division teams, San Antonio is up 7-1 of the year. And my goodness, that's pretty good for the Missions. As today, the final game, they're going to try to get a 8-1 ratio. And so far, Northwest Arkansas is 1-7 of the year. Springfield 8-0 as they beat the Wichita Wind Surge there at Blue River Stadium there in Springfield. Well, I got to say, Bob, absolutely right. San Antonio and Springfield, they are the first two teams in the Texas League to ever hold the first place position here this season. Well, yeah, John, I gotta say, they do indeed.
So you got San Antonio and Midland and Springfield and Tulsa. Those are your first four teams in the first and second place positions. And gotta say, Frisco, Amarillo, and Corpus Christi in the South are down the third, fourth, and fifth place positions. Arkansas, Northwest Arkansas, and Wichita down in the third, fourth, and fifth positions there in the North Division. Well, I got to say, Bob, absolutely right. Tulsa and Arkansas, we're going to talk about those two teams. They trail 4.5 games against the Cardinals organization. And got to say, it is a foot race today. If Arkansas could beat Tulsa, they could swipe the second place position and put the Drillers down to third place. Well, I got to say, John, if they could get up there and win this game this afternoon, it would be great for the Tulsa Drillers or even the Arkansas Travelers in that one. Well, got to say, Bob, that will pretty much be it for our post-game show, and we are just moments away from our afternoon matinee. Today is Bark in the Park, our first one of the season. So make sure that you guys come out and have a good time as we get this first one of the season. Don't forget, our second Bark in the Park Saturday will be against the Wichita Wind Surge, or should I say that would be a Sunday. Do correct myself. I do apologize if I'm getting you messed up on dates. But anyway, we'll say the Bark in the Park Sunday against Wichita. That will be our last game of the year against the Wind Surge. But evidently, we do go up to Wichita at some point. But anyway, it'll be our last game in San Antonio until 2025. Yeah, I got to say, John, Northwest Arkansas is leaving after today. Wichita will have 6 games in San Antonio and 6 games up in Wichita. So that's pretty good, as we'll get to see them at least 12 times this year. My thoughts exactly, Bob, and got to say pretty good on that one. Well, fans, are you all ready for some baseball here this afternoon? Because we're going to get right to it as we bring you this live broadcast here today in the final game of our 6-game series. Going to be a hot, partly cloudy afternoon, and got to say cloud cover will come in as we go through the evening, even though we do not play this evening, and so far Missions head on the road up to Corpus Christi after today. Lake Bacher coming in. What do we know, Bob? Got to say, Lake Bacher, one of the greatest prospects in all of AA baseball. He is coming in a 95-mile-an-hour fastball, even though he's got a curveball, changeup, a two-seam fastball, and he's going to try to work in the reservoirs here today. Well, Gavin Cross will step in for Northwest Arkansas, and we are ready to go. Here's the first pitch by Bacher underway at 1:05 p.m. First pitch is thrown in for a cold strike. It's 0-1 in the count. A lot of fans coming out and going to have a pretty good Sunday afternoon, as that will be in the count now, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to pitch to him. That one is high fly in the air, and that will go out of play and foul. So Northwest Arkansas at San Antonio, Amarillo at Midland, Corpus Christi at Frisco, Wichita at Springfield, and Arkansas at Tulsa. Going all their games today, and then road travels start tomorrow. So right there, that is caught for out number 1. Boy, got to hear a lot of those loud cars with V8 engines going on Highway 90. Peyton Wilson coming in and ready to go. The pitch. And that one is inside for a cold strike. It's 0-1. Got a lot of fans, even though they are half of Northwest Arkansas. The other half is San Antonio and stuff. Right there, that is in the count now, 0-2. West Creek Trail Rides are a proud sponsor of San Antonio baseball. And right there, that is a swing and a miss, and he gets him down for the first strikeout of the day. Left fielder Tucker Bradley coming in for the Naturals. And the pitch. Right there and inside. That is taken in for a cold strike. It's 0-1. Bradley averaging at a 462 on the opposition of 535. He's had a few home runs and a couple of RBIs for the Kansas City Royals affiliation in Northwest Arkansas. So pretty good as these boys try to get up to AAA and even Major League Baseball. Well, that free call is not a free call, but when they earn a free call, that means the hard work has finally paid off. I agree. Swing and a miss, and he gets them down, and that will do for this half inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base in this first game of a Sunday afternoon. And we're on now to the bottom of the first. No score through the top half of one. Chandler Champlain is coming in. As you can see, he's got a big arsenal. A four-seam fastball, 12-6 curve, circle chain slider, and cutter. And boy, got a lot to do with all these things that he's got. Left fielder Corey Howell coming in as he hits one high flying in the air up to left, and boy, that left fielder just shy of the wall will make the grab, and that is out number one. Jacob Marcy coming in, ready to go, and so far trying to get things going here today. Well, that's inside for a cold strike. It's 0-1. First season Bark in the Park Sunday. And that's going to get down. That's a base knock. And that's going to be a one-out double for San Antonio. And pretty good right there. Well, I got to say, if he hits that ball fast, it was right there. And yeah, that is inside, so that's a fair ball. And yeah, it is. Right there hugging the line. Good call there, Bob. That's a one-out double, and a double means you get a coupon for double meat cheeseburger courtesy of Whataburger. Whataburger serves hot and fresh 24/7 for all of the citizens of San Antonio. And yeah, gotta say, pretty good stuff. And you go up there for breakfast, lunch, dinner, you got it. And that's right there to the center field, caught and right. And the first runner on second will advance to third. And that's going to bring in Mortarella coming in, and getting things pretty good here today. That one down and in, 1 ball, no strikes. Runner at third, 90 feet away is the first run. And the pitch. That one hit to short. And that will do for 1 inning. So no runs on a hit, no errors, a runner left at third stranded. We go now to the top of the second inning, and it is no score through 1. And we come back, Dylan Schrum will lead us off. And so far, pretty good as we exit 1 here in this time. So no score. When we come back, Dylan Schrum will lead off the top of the second for Northwest Arkansas when we come back.
Dr. Pepper is also the proud sponsor of Missions Baseball. West Creek Trail Rides join in the final ride of today, as they will have rides for 12, 2, and 4 o'clock this afternoon. Visit westcreektrailrides.com to set up an appointment on horseback riding, and the courtesy of our San Antonio Missions. Well, yes, Bob, thank you for mentioning that as we get ready for this top half of the second right here on San Antonio Missions Radio Network, KKRX, here in San Antonio, Texas. Well, if you're listening to us on the air, well, we'd like to welcome you, or if you're at the ballpark, we'd like to welcome you inside as we get things going. Top of the second, Dylan Schrum coming in as we're ready to go. Here's the pitch, down and in, 1 ball, no strikes. Bacher, he is a pretty good prospect for the AA Padres affiliation. So far, he was drafted during the year 2021 to the Missions. And pretty good right there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lake Bacher at 13 pitches. And that one high flying in the air. Up in left field is Howell. And he makes a grab for out number 1. CJ Alexander coming in as after the high fly out up in left field. And the pitch. That one is outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's a 1-0. And that is chopped foul, and the count now 1-1. One and one. And that hit to shortstop Detter. He'll throw across the diamond to Mortarella to get his man out there at first. So 2 up, 2 down. And that'll bring up Gerard Gonzalez. Northwest Arkansas, after today, returns home to Riverboat Field to take on the Midland Rockhounds. San Antonio heads to Corpus Christi to take on the Corpus Christi Hooks. Frisco plays a morning game up in Arkansas. They're at All-American Ballpark. So pretty good at that. Springfield up in Amarillo. And Wichita, or should I say Tulsa, will be up in Wichita. Here's the 1-1. And look out, that is outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. So we know where everybody will be on Tuesday. Pretty good. And that is outside for ball 3 on the count now 3-1. And on deck is Joe Gray. Gray coming in, ready to go. Here's the 3-1. And that is chopped foul for a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes to pitch. Swing and a miss, get him down at the knees, and he's down on strikes. Well, 2.5 innings worth of play here, as no runs, no hits, no errors for Northwest Arkansas. We now head for the bottom of 2, and it's no score. Hot corner third baseman, that is Graham Polly. Coming in for San Antonio as get things going. Right there to second, and that is a easy quick out number 1.
The designated hitter, Kai Murphy.
And that'll bring up the designated hitter, Kai Murphy, as we get things going.
outside, that's a ball.
That one outside, 1 ball, no strikes. And that one is right there. And is it fair? Yes, it is. Kai Murphy getting one right there. And he got long ball, and the Missions take the lead 1-0.
Boy, when you say when it was fair, was that the rhetorical question?
Yeah, it was definitely fair past the scoreboard and the yellow foul pole. Boy, the 6-hole batter does really good. And that's going to be right there. And that will be out number 2 as that is thrown to first.
Ray Patrick Ditter.
Well, Ray Patrick Ditter coming in. And so far, pretty good here today. Score reads bottom of the second. San Antonio 1, Northwest Arkansas nothing. 1 run on 1 hit. Boy, wish could have been a couple guys on base after that home run. And that's going to be right there. That's going to be extra bases. And boy, he's not stopping. He's going for 3. He's going to be the dare. He's in. What, 2-out triple by Ray Patrick Ditter. Boy, that guy just flies.
Oh, wow. That is just something you don't see every day.
Oh, yeah, you're telling me, Bob, that guy was running. Like he was carrying a piano on his back. The catcher, Brandon Valenzuela, coming in as he takes a ball outside. The count now 1-0. One ball, no strike. Runner at third. And that's going to be hit right there. And it looks like he ain't going to get him to run in to score. An RBI single. As that will be in the front. The Missions have a 2-run lead on Northwest Arkansas. The pitch. That one hit the short. They'll pass to the second baseman, and that will do. 2 runs in to score on 5 base hits, no errors, and nobody left. To the top of the third we go, and it's San Antonio 2, Northwest Arkansas nothing. Back for more Texas League baseball. When we return, it is 2-0 Missions over Northwest Arkansas.
We're back with the top of the third for Northwest Arkansas as we get things started. Well, gotta say, 2 runs on 4 base knocks come in for San Antonio as we get set for the top of the third inning for the Northwest Arkansas Naturals. And gotta say, pretty good as Joe Gray comes in and
The tying run on deck for the Naturals, as that is taken in for a cold strike. It's 0-1. Top of 3 here on this first Sunday afternoon for Bark in the Park Sunday. Presented by Petco, PetSmart, our pet supply places all of San Antonio. And that's going to bring in Rivertown as he strides in. It's ready to go, and so far pretty good. The tying run, Town hits high fly up to left field, and Howell will make the grab. That will force the runner midway through the first and second base areas to retreat.
The catcher, Tyler Cropley.
And that'll bring up Tyler Cropley. .167 for the catcher here today. It's pitch. That is foul. The count now 0-1. Boy, gotta say, pretty good game up there in Arkansas, or correction, I do mean to say Tulsa. In the 0-1, swing and a miss, and that's the count 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, the pitch. And that is fouled in the way. The count now still holds no balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2. High fly in the air. Marcy will make the grab. And boy, that was awfully close, as that one almost hit the ground. Yeah, it was getting there. But the right fielder had to reach down and make a play. He did not let that ball go. Nope. He most certainly did not on that play. Gavin Cross coming in, and he'll hit one high in the air. Boy, I think he got that one out of here. And yes, he did. That will hit the wall, and they will tie it up at 2. Boy, pretty good, as Gavin Cross will come in for Northwest Arkansas. Gets 2-run shot up to right. And boy, he got every stitch of that fastball. It's right there's the eye can see. 377, a exit velocity at 94 miles an hour. And that was flat up even 94. Here's Peyton Wilson as he hits one high in the air, as Dunn, the second baseman, shy of the first baseman, Nathan Mozzarella, and that will do as he makes the catch to end the inning. 2-run shot for Northwest Arkansas on 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. We now head for the bottom of the third, and it's tied and deadlocked at 2. Jacob Marcy, a 1-for-1 double in the first. Arkansas 8-1 there in Tulsa at DCJ Field. And that's going to be blistered high in the air. Boy, extra bases as that goes. And he's got a double. So tie-breaking run coming in as Jacob Marcy will get up a double. So pretty good right there, as now that'll bring up center fielder Joshua Mears. And that will go foul, and the count now 0-1. Fly out in the first, 0-for-1 by Mears here today, and a pretty good afternoon here in this one. The pitch. Swing and a miss, and Boyd chasing outside.
Not a very good idea when you're doing that, kid.
Yeah, not the best thing. That one is outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner at second. That is Jacob Marcy. And that's going to be high in the air. And here you go. He's running. And he's out there at third now. And that'll bring up first baseman Nathan Mortarella. Ground out in the first, 0 for 1 here today by the first baseman for San Antonio. RBI single needed to get him up ahead. And that's going to be right there. That's extra bases. The run in to score from third, and he's got a RBI double. Well, San Antonio will say, no longer are we going to be tied right now. So it is 3-2 here this afternoon. So RBI double, and that's a courtesy on Whataburger. And, boy, that's foul. Uh-oh. Yeah, that should have been a fair, but evidently a few more inches, and it would have stayed in the foul or fair grounds near the white line and stuff. That is pop foul, and the count now 0-2. Graham Pauley, hot corner third baseman today for the Missions. And the pitch. That one right there hits to second, and they'll throw to first, but another runner out there at third base already. After the RBI double that came in across the score during this half inning. Kai Murphy is 1 for 1. And that's going to be right there. That'll hit to the left fielder for out number 3. Nathan Mortarella will put one on the scoreboard, an RBI double. And we are ending this half inning. 3-2 our score. San Antonio, as we exit 3, ready for the top of 4. Tucker Bradley will come in as we'll be right back to Missions Baseball. It is 3-2 San Antonio.
Well, about ready for the 4th inning here on the Missions Radio Network.
Well, Tucker Bradley stepping in for Northwest Arkansas as we're about ready to go. Here's the pitch to him. High fly in the air just shy of the mound. Pauly at third coming over to assist, as that will be the first out here in this half inning. First baseman is Dylan Schrum. Fly out in the second, 0 for 1. It's ready to go, the pitch. And that one is high in the air. Marcy coming in, and he can't get there, as that will land foul. We'll end the count now, 0-1. The 0-1. Right there and inside. That's a strike. Here's the pitch. High in the air, up to left. Corey Howell gets under, and that is out number 2. So, Bob, I got a question for you.
Yeah, what's up?
Do you think that Northwest Arkansas will end up winning this one?
Well, it just depends. I mean, if they can, that's good. But if they can't, well, they're probably not going to have good luck today if they just keep getting the 3-up, 3-down innings.
CJ Alexander coming in as the count now 1-1. Here's the 1-1. That is high fly in the air. Shortstop Ditter getting in left. Will make the play, and that is the inning. Well, 4.5 innings. But we got a good score for you on tap today as San Antonio up by 1 run. It's 3-2 as we go bottom of 4.
Leading off for the mission, the
second baseman Lucas Dunn coming in for San Antonio. Ready to go. The pitch. Back up the middle. That's a base knock.
Yeah, that one right there is a really good base knock right there.
Yeah, gotta say, Bob, absolutely right. That'll bring up Ray Patrick Ditter, as he was the 1-for-1 in this game. And the pitch. That one is outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Runner at first, nobody out. 3-2 our score. San Antonio up ahead the run against Northwest Arkansas. Now, if you're listening to us on the radio or you're here this afternoon at the ball game, we want to make sure that you guys are enjoying your afternoon. A new work week begins tomorrow. 5 days to another weekend. And that is high fly in the air. And that will be the, second baseman going over there?
Yeah, it's going to be the second baseman, Wilson, as he gets over there and makes the grab for out number 1.
Brandon Valenzuela, 1-for-1 single RBI here today. 30 pitches for Champlain. As he'll foul that one off, the count now is 0-1. So pretty good here this afternoon. And that's a swing and a miss. And that's the count now, 0-2.
Oh, that's too high.
Right there, high and outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that's high in the air. And up to the center fielders, he'll make the catch up and left. They're out number 2. Left fielder Corey Howell coming in is 0-for-2, fly out and a ground out.
That's a ball.
And that is inside, but a ball is called on that one. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Outside, ball 2. The count now 2-0. Runner at first, 2 away. And that's right there. Line drive. That's a base knock up to left field.
Yeah. Well, they need a 3-run shot to make it 6-2. Do you think they could?
Well, I don't know, Bob. But Jacob Marcy might be the guy to do that, if he can. That's right there. Line drive. That's a base knock. And that'll bring in a run, and that's going to be an RBI double. So it is 4-2 San Antonio, as the Missions are up ahead by the 2 runs. Center fielder Joshua Mears coming in and ready to go. High in the air up to right. And that will be it for this half inning. But a run into scored by Jacob Marcy, as he will deliver a run on 5 hits, no errors, 2 left. We go top of the 5th. It's San Antonio 4, the Naturals 2. And we're back for the top of the 5th, as Harold Gonzalez will lead it off for Northwest Arkansas. Back after our commercial messages when we get back. We're back for the top of the 5th, right here on the Missions Baseball Network. Well, getting set for the 5th inning here this afternoon, as we're getting underway, as Harold Gonzalez coming in for Northwest Arkansas. So pretty good afternoon here today. Everybody relaxing, enjoying their time. And that is inside for a cold strike. It's 0-1. Beautiful day. That's our third base shot right there. And gotta say, a pretty good afternoon thus far, right, Bob?
Gotta say, absolutely right. And Bark in the Park is pretty good right here.
And that is going to be a base knock. And boy, they're not happy about that call right there, are they?
I don't think they are, but I will say they could get over that call right there, because they weren't able to get him there at first base.
Yeah, probably not. Joe Gray coming in, the 7-hitter for Northwest Arkansas. So he'll take a cold strike. It's 0-1. Gray, the tying run at the plate for the Naturals, as he'll swing and miss. And that is the count now, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. And that is going to get fouled off. And the count now is still holding at 0-2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Get him down. That's a strikeout. Blake Bacher gets that one. And boy, pretty good at that one. Rivertown coming in. Ready to go. The pitch. That one is in for a cold strike. It's 0-1. 4-2 San Antonio. 2 runs against the Naturals here this afternoon. That's a swing and a miss. And that is the count now, 0-2. Runner at first, the tying run. Batting, that is Rivertown. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. And that one popped up. But Valenzuela getting there, and he'll catch it to make that 2 away. Tyler Tropley is coming in. He lined out in the 3rd inning. But is 0 for 1. As he'll take one outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Here's the 1-0. right there and inside. That's a code strike, and it'll even up 1-1. That's chopped foul, and the count now 1-2. One ball, two strikes. And that one hit the deader. He'll pass it right there to first, and that's the inning. No runs on the hits, no errors, one left. We're midway through 5 here this Sunday afternoon, and it's the Missions 4, the Naturals 2.
Leading off for the mission, the first baseman.
First baseman Nathan Mortarella. 1 for 2, double, an RBI on top of that. Here's the pitch. That one is outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Underway, bottom of the 5th. On this beautiful hot Sunday afternoon, 85 degrees. On this gorgeous Sunday, blue sky, few clouds in the background up to the left of your screen. And that's going to be lined right there up the left center. That's a base knock. So pretty good right there as he gets on base. Well, Mortarella got to single, no outs. And that'll bring up the third baseman, Graham Pauley. Pauley coming in. Boy, he blisters that one. And it is right on the wall. Boy, a few more inches and it would have been a 2-run shot. And we got to look at that again as he hits the wall. And just reminds me when Corpus Christi took on Tulsa, they got robbed on that base hit and a home run that they tried to get up for Corpus Christi. Well, I gotta say, I remember that game back in 2019. Yeah, you're not kidding, Bob. The guy went over the wall and he made the play. No balls, 2 strikes. And that's right there. But doesn't hang on, but he gets 1, and he does not get 2. As that will be the runner getting out at second, but a new runner gets on first base safely. Well, Lucas Dunn is coming in. He's the second baseman for the Missions here today. And that's going to be right there and in. And that's a code strike, and that's 0-1. Pitch out, nothing doing. That is even up at 1-1. One. And that's going to be right there. Line drive. That's a base knock. Runner from first going home. And he's in there on an RBI double. Was that 4 RBI doubles that we get to see today? Yep. It was, Bob. So pretty good right there. 5-2 San Antonio. And pitch. And that's going to be right there, high in the air. And up to left, as that will do. Second baseman Lucas Dunn gets an RBI double. And that does it for this half inning. The Mission's up by 3 on this Sunday afternoon. As we head for the 6th inning, it's 5-2 San Antonio. Leadoff batter Gavin Cross will get set for the top of the 6th for the Naturals. And it's going to be a pretty good one here this afternoon. So we're back right after this before we start the top of the sixth. We go to our commercial messages, and it is 5-2 San Antonio. We're back here with Missions Baseball Network as we start the top of the sixth inning here today. Well, thank you, Bob, and we welcome you back to our live broadcast on this beautiful, hot, 84-degree day on a Sunday. Well, gotta say, our next Flying Chocolate Day, Thursday, April 25th, and Friday, April 26th, taking on the Wichita Wind Surge. And gotta say, WCH for short, for the team abbreviation for Wichita. And gotta say, pretty good. Well, our next fireworks show is Saturday, April 27th at 7:05, taking on the Wind Surge. We'll have our next also Bark in the Park Sunday, presented by Petco and PetSmart and our pet supply shops here in San Antonio. That will be Sunday, April 28th at 1:05 p.m. Don't forget, on Tuesday, April 29th, we start our 12 on the road as we head to Arkansas for 6 games and Frisco for 6. So we are gone for 2 weeks on the road. We're back to take on the Corpus Christi Hooks when we come back from a 2-week road trip up from a North and South Division team, and that is AA Arkansas and Frisco AA. So pretty good right there. Well, about ready to start the top of the 6th inning for Northwest Arkansas. Gavin Cross coming in. So he takes a cold strike right there, and that's the count now, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike to Cross. And the pitch. And that's going to be right there as they hit the shortstop Ditter. And they'll get him at first as Mortarella will step on the bag himself with nobody to secure that first base area, but evidently he does by himself. Peyton Wilson coming in, and he'll hit one right there to the first baseman, Mortarella, and that's 2 up, 2 down. Quick outs is pretty good because they'll make a half inning go a whole lot quicker. Tucker Bradley, strikeout and a pop out is 0 for 2. And that one's going to be hit right there as center fielder Mears will do a 1-2-3 inning here and nothing doing in this half inning. We go to the bottom of the 6th as we'll have 9-1-2 due up. And that will be for San Antonio. Brandon Valenzuela, 1 for 2, single and RBI. coming in for the Missions. And that's going to be right there and in. It's a count now, 0-1. Here's a pitch. And that is hit to second. And they'll get him easily out at first.
Now batting, the left fielder, Corey Howell.
Well, Corey Howell is 1 for 3. Singled in the 4th inning. Leadoff batter today for San Antonio. And that's going to be right there, lined up to left. That's a base knock.
Now batting, the right fielder, Jacob
Well, the right fielder is Jacob Marcy. Marcy coming in. Boy, he delivers a shocking blow right there. And that is out number 2.
Now batting, center fielder, Joshua.
Well, center fielder is Joshua Mears. Time now is already close to 3 on this afternoon. And the pitch. That one hit to second. And they'll get him easily right there. Well, a full inning. Nothing doing. No runs, no hits, no errors. And nobody left. 7th inning coming up. The Missions lead it 5-2.
Leading off,
Dylan Schrum will lead off the 7th when we come back. And boy, this game going quick as we're down to our last 3 innings on this final game of the homestand meetup between the 2 ball clubs. We're back right after this as we get ready to wrap up. We're back for the 7th inning right here on the Missions Radio Network. We're about ready to start the top of the 7th inning for Northwest Arkansas. Dylan Schrum coming in.
first baseman, Dylan.
And a pitch. That one high in the air up to left field. Howell in pursuit. Will make the grab. He's got it for out number 1.
Now batting,
San Antonio
CJ.
looking for their 8th of the season. And gotta say, they might just have it right here, right now, if it's necessary. CJ Alexander takes a cold strike, and it's 0-1. 59 pitches through the first 7 innings to Lake Bacher, and boy, pretty good as he comes in and delivering the fastball quality strikes. And about 80% of strikes are getting pretty good today. Yeah, gotta say, pretty good. Well, 53 strikes, 8 balls, in total 61. That one high in the air and foul, and the count now 0-2. So, Bob, your wife Ann didn't come?
No, she wasn't feeling good today.
Oh, I'm sorry. So the dogs are staying with her, right?
Yeah.
Right there, strike 3. Goes down looking, and Miller K for Bacher. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Gerard Gonzalez. Gonzalez coming in, ready to go. Here's the pitch to him. And that one is inside for a code strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. And that's right there. Line drive to left. That's a base knock.
Yeah, pretty good right there is he gets going on that fastball.
And that'll bring up Joe Gray. Coming in for the Naturals. And he'll take that one inside for a code strike. It's 0-1. Here's the 0-1. And that one right there, pass to second and short. As that will do for this half inning. 7th inning stretch. Get up as we sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." San Antonio up 5-2. Christian Chamberlain is coming in for the reliever for Northwest Arkansas. And the first baseman is Nathan Mortarella as he strides in and ready to go. Here's the pitch to him. And that is outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Anthony Simonelli and Emilio Marquez warming up in the Naturals bullpen. And the pitch. That one right there, back to second. They'll flip to first. They get him easily, and that's out number 1.
The third baseman,
Hot corner third baseman is Graham Pauley. As he comes in, and he is ready to go. Here's the pitch. High in the air up the left. And out number 2 by the left fielder.
Boy, a lot of 3 up, 3 down innings, but evidently the score does not lie or deceive you
on that one. Well, here is the first home run of the game by Kai Murphy. As he is 1 for 3, single in his start of the pretty much, I think it's 3rd inning or something. Or was that the 4th inning he had the solo shot?
Well, I guess it was bottom of 4. I don't remember.
Well, right there, that will be a 1-2-3 inning, as that will do. Well, 7 innings in the books here this afternoon. As we head for the 8th, it is 5-2 San Antonio.
leading off for Northwest Arkansas.
So we're back here as Rivertown comes in. So continue to be with us as we start the top of the 8th in a few short seconds.
We're about ready for the top of the 8th for Missions Baseball Network.
The right fielder, River
Well, Rivertown coming in, but before we get things going, manager coming out of the bullpen. And that will do for Lake Bacher here today. Omar Cruz getting stretched up, ready to go on the mound for San Antonio. So far, the first reliever for the Missions here this afternoon. Omar Cruz getting going, and that is foul. And the count now 0-1 as he's underway of his pitching performance here. No balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Right there, he'll get it. And that's the count now 0-2. 0-2, one more time. Here's the pitch. And that one hit high in the air up to center. Mears will make it, and he's got it for out number 1. And that's going to bring up Tyler Cropley. Line out in the ground out, 0 for 2. So pretty good right here, as that will be fouled off. And the count now 0-1. Hey, John, you okay? Yeah, I got a little something in my throat, but I'll be all right. Here's the 0-1. High in the air, Marcian Wright makes the grab, and that is out number 2.
The center fielder, number 12,
Gavin Cross, 1 for 3, 2-run shot, back in the third. Boy, giving Northwest Arkansas Naturals a 3 now. And San Antonio gets 3 RBI doubles in one game. Pretty impressive for the Missions here today, John. I gotta say, you're right about one thing, Bob, that these boys in San Antonio's lineup, they don't mess around. Here's the 0-2. High in the air, Hawley in pursuit, and that will be the third out of the inning. 8.5 complete as we now head for the bottom of the 8th. San Antonio up 5-2. Northwest Arkansas calls up Anthony Simonelli. A scouting report shows he's got a pretty good four-seam fastball, and pretty good as at that point. Lucas Dunn coming in, and boy, he blisters that one up the left center. That's a base hit to get him out of the bullpen. A beautiful shot from our first base area. And that'll bring up Ray Patrick Ditter, as he'll take a ball outside. The count now 1-0. Tripled last time up is 1 for 3. That is Patrick Ditter. And the pitch. High in the air up to right center field. The center fielder has it, and that is out number 1.
The batter, the catcher, Brandon Valenzuela.
And that'll bring in the catcher, Brandon Valenzuela. 1 for 3, single, an RBI. Well, Bob, you are super excited about your rest.
Well, I got to say, as San Antonio's up in Corpus Christi Tuesday through Sunday next week, it's going to be pretty good.
Well, let's get our scouting report on our numbers. 10,423 on a Sunday afternoon. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be high fly in the air, and that's going to get down for extra bases. hit the wall, and boy howdy, look at that. 4 RBI doubles for San Antonio. And everybody today is getting a double coupon courtesy of Whataburger. Whataburger is served hot and fresh 24/7 to all people of San Antonio. And that'll bring up Corey Howell as he comes in and takes a cold strike. It's 0-1. New score reads San Antonio 6, Northwest Arkansas 2. And it looks like the Missions have this one already locked up, so win number 8 is inbound. Well, we do not call it until the end of the ball game, so pretty much don't get your hopes up, John. Okay, Bob. And nope, they are not going for it. Runner from second has to return back to second, as that would nearly be a kickoff. Jacob Marcy, 3 for 4, 3 doubles, an RBI and a run. See if he can make it a 4 for 4. That'd be pretty good. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be right there, foul. So foul ball right there, and that'd be the count now, 0-1. And that's going to be right there. Pass to first, and that does it. But Brandon Valenzuela gets an RBI, double, and a run. We head for the 9th. It's 6-2 Missions. As we get ready for Peyton Wilson to come up for the top of the 9th inning for Northwest Arkansas. It's 6-2 San Antonio. We're back here on the radio network of the San Antonio Missions. And now it's time for the 9th inning as we get things started. Back here at the ballpark, and number 2 batter Peyton Wilson leads off top of 9 for Northwest Arkansas. 2, 3, and 4 due up in this last half of the inning. And pretty much the last 3 outs for Northwest Arkansas. Here's the 0-1.
Inside ball.
That one is inside for a ball, and the count now 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch. And that one blistered high up to left field. And that is out of here. And there's a solo shot. Gotta say, pretty good. As Peyton Wilson gets that shot, and they are 3 runs trailing San Antonio. And now Tucker Bradley. Bradley coming in, ready to go. The pitch. And that's going to be high fly in the air. And they won't get there. That's going to get in. And that's a no-out triple. Boy, they're coming back. They are angry, and they don't let this one go for no satisfaction of a reason. Well, Bob, I will say one thing. You are absolutely right. I think they're mad enough to come back and try to whoop these guys. Dylan Schrum coming in as he takes a cold strike. It's 0-1. Flyout in the 7th is 0 for 3. Here's the 0-1. Down and in. That's a changeup. The count now 0-2. No balls to 2 strikes to pitch. Swing and a miss, and they get him. And there's another strikeout as now Northwest Arkansas down to their final 2 outs of this ball game. And now C.J. Alexander with the pitch. Right there and in, that's a strike. 0-1 the count as Alexander struck out in the 7th inning is 0 for 3. Fans, we want y'all to come back on Tuesday night, April 23rd, taking on Wichita. And that is a Tuesday through Sunday, April 23rd through Sunday, April 28th. Right there that will be a sacrifice fly and another run in to score for Northwest Arkansas, but still trailing 2 as Harold Gonzalez coming in. Here's the pitch. Right in the bollocks. And there ain't going to be no play on that one, as the tying run now coming up to the plate. Couldn't find the baseball anywhere after getting hit in the butt. And that's going to be right there. And uh-oh. Now we got a new ball game coming. And Northwest Arkansas Naturals up 6-6. And boy, these guys are looking for a series finale win here in San Antonio. Yeah, they ain't going to let that one go. They're just going to get up in there and start whacking the baseball out. Yep, sure is, Bob. Celebrating down there in the bullpen for the Naturals. This has a 368-foot, 95-4 on a exit velocity. One more out here is Rivertown as he fouls that one off, and it's the count now 0-1. Boy, San Antonio needs to be careful as they try to get in bottom of the 9th. You get this one. And that's going to be line drive. That's up to left field for a base knock. Oh, man, this half inning continues to get pretty good as the Naturals try to win in this ball game.
Now batting,
Catcher Tyler Cropley, 0 for 3, fly out in the 8th. And, yep, we're going to see a pitching change for the San Antonio Missions. Nolan Watson coming in. And he's going to prevent that runner from first going this afternoon. That's high fly in the air. Mortarella getting under it, and that will do. Boy, 4 runs on 5 base hits, no errors. and 1 left. We go bottom of the 9th, and we're tied at 6. Emilio Marquez will get the door shutting assignment here in the bottom of 9.
Boy, good ball game today, John, as it's getting pretty good.
Let's see if the Missions can walk it off here today. And here's the pitch by Marquez, as that one is outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Will Clean warming up for the Naturals. Bottom of 9 here. And ready to go. That's going to be high fly in the air. Up and right. Watch it fly. Home run. Joshua Mears. Golly. He whacks it. He didn't waste any time on that one. That's a walk-off homer for the Missions. Boy, good way to wrap up a homestand is a victory in the finale.
Yeah, gotta say, John, absolutely right, as that will close the door in this one.
Well, final in this one, 7-6, as we say goodbye to Northwest Arkansas for the year. Nolan Watson gets the win. Emilio Marquez will take the loss for Northwest Arkansas. Well, that will do it. We see you April 23rd, taking on the Wichita Wind Surge. And that will pretty much do it for this one. So, have a safe travel home, and we will see you all again soon. Missions off to Corpus Christi as they take on a 6-game set Tuesday through Sunday there at Bayfront Park. So, hope y'all have a great rest of your Sunday afternoon. And, yeah, you can probably watch us again if you want here on YouTube Live. Well, we'll see y'all soon. 7-6 our final in this one.
First for the victorious Missions, 7 runs on 15 hits. No errors. They left 8 runners on base. For the Naturals, 6 runs, 9 hits. No errors. They left 3 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 41 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.